welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, February 27th, 2020. It's Mark, Wes, and myself today. Pat is on an airplane to L.A., hopefully not getting the coronavirus. But how are you guys doing?
Well, he got his laptop destroyed, though.
He did. That was bad. That was bad.
Someone leaned back too fast, a big person, and just shattered his laptop.
Is that a confirmed large person that did it, or?
No, I don't know if they're very large. They just aggressively lean back.
The speed. It was the speed of the lean back, and Pat didn't react. And then the crunching of the laptop.
Yeah,
we got an image of it. It's destroyed. It's completely destroyed.
It was very, very disrespectful. That's for sure.
Yeah. Pat put out a blog about it, so you can check it. On the Barstool main page, and I'm sure we'll get the story when he gets back.
The airline. I don't know if we're allowed to say the airline, but the airline that it was on is the airline that came out and said people should ask before they lean back.
Yeah, no, we could say it's in the blog. Yeah. So it was Delta, and they replied. Yeah. So he has a means that they told him that he can technically pursue to try to get his damages back. But
okay.
But we don't.
So we're doing better than Pat. But since Pat's away, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So we don't have we're using our laptops. Like we're back to the old school setup of reading off of
you're not on the high tech. You're not on the Pat 2.0 system.
He makes us do it. He's like
and the cats will also steal the desk.
All right,
which is what I'm doing.
Back to our roots tonight then. So tonight I got coronavirus up first. And then we got a bunch of stories after that. It's going to be a triple round with myself and then Wes and then Mark. So I'll just kick us off with coronavirus. Sorry, guys, I didn't write stories, so I don't know the whole list. But
that's okay.
No, you're good.
So coronavirus, what's happening? Mark, you are going to be sorely disappointed with this story, unfortunately, because on Wednesday, President Trump took to his press release stage, wherever that was, somewhere in the White House, I'm assuming, and he said, we're doing really well, and Mike is going to be in charge, Trump said. And he also said, this is not a czar. Those were horrible impersonations. Top of the show. That's just rough. So, Mark.
Why not? So I specifically asked, I specifically tweeted at Real Donald Trump and asked to be the coronavirus czar. I think I would do a better job than anyone, certainly better than Mike Pence. And I'm upset. I know it was a long shot, but I had a little bit of hopes that I would be the coronavirus czar. And now I'm not. So
yeah, and you're common man, health insurance not so great or non-existent. Unlike Pence, who's going to have the best doctors if he gets it. You're actually concerned about getting the fucking virus.
I'm going to get it done. I would get it done. I wouldn't sleep till it was done. I would figure out how to get it done. I'm upset.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
No, you would have been a great coronavirus czar. You've got the beard to look like a actual Russian czar.
Right.
So, it would have been a match made in heaven, really, but Trump is insisting no czar. So you're just,
What's Mike Pence going to do? Just hope that God takes care of it? He's just going to ignore it.
Well, yeah, I think that's I don't know. I mean, he hasn't really announced his methods yet, but I'm assuming prayer is heavily involved.
Definitely.
Crumble under the pressure is what he's going to do.
Yeah, this is Trump said, he added this about his plan. He says, we're ready to adapt and ready to do whatever and have to do. We're ready to adapt. Oh, Jesus. We're ready to adapt and ready to do whatever we have to do as the disease spreads, if it spreads. Trump is gathering $2.5 billion in funding because it's not really if it spreads, it's when it spreads, and because it's probably already spreading.
Yeah. I'm glad that we're getting ahead of it, but I think $2.5 billion is low for this monster that's about to sweep through the states.
Right. Yeah. No amount of prayer in Mike Pence's arsenal is going to be able to curtail the spread of this virus, because here is the latest of what's going on with the coronavirus. China, a country that loves eating any and all wild animals, has formally banned the human consumption of wild animals as of Monday to help stop the spread of virus. That's just like something they normally would definitely not do.
No.
Yeah, and so that's
scary.
Yeah,
that's alarming.
It takes a pandemic for them to not.
Right. Yeah, they have like literal shops where you can buy like chopped up alligators and stuff.
So like all of the animals.
Yeah,
have the coronavirus.
No wild animals. They think
all types of animals are not.
Well, they don't. They probably don't
susceptible
know.
to.
Probably so, but they probably don't know, or so they're just trying to help stop the spread. So that happened on Monday. The Red Sox are having to quarantine 20-year-old right-handed pitcher Chin Jung Liu from Taiwan before they can get him over to spring training in Fort Myers for fear that he has the coronavirus.
Yeah, welcome to the team, just not yet.
Yep.
Right. Uh-huh.
Not yet. Thanks for coming. Hopefully he's worth it.
Warm welcome.
Yeah, terrible welcome.
Hopefully he's a good player. Nothing will be worse than to be the guy who got quarantined to come over to bat like .069.
He's either going to strike out his first at bat or hit a double. He's going to be jacked.
Yeah. He's a pitcher. So I mean, I
he's
guess
a pitcher.
High
Strikeout.
High ERA.
Quarantine him in the bullpen.
Tebow takes him yard. Okay.
No one's sitting next to him.
The virus has eclipsed 80,000 reported cases worldwide, and now has its first case in South America. So new continent, Brazil has a confirmed case. So
all continents except Antarctica now, right?
Yeah, which is
was that the last one? I would assume.
Yeah. Yep. Everyone but Antarctica.
There we go.
The only safe haven.
So it is worldwide officially.
It's an option.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I don't know why I'm giggling because this is just terrifying. Also, the first USA case of unknown origin has been confirmed, meaning that it's probably spreading in the USA because they don't know where it didn't come from a different country. And the CDC is encouraging everybody to stock up on over-the-counter medicine like Advil, Tylenol, NyQuil, Dayquil, all that stuff, soup and crackers, quote, just in case you end up getting sick and stuck in your house for a couple weeks in the next couple months because it may happen.
Yeah, and it's fucked up because, everyone's trying to politicize this now. Like the Democrats are saying that Trump's downplaying it so the stock market doesn't take a hit, so it doesn't look bad on him and blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, I don't know. It's fucked up. I think he's just down. He's talking about how it's just the flu kills more people. He's playing that card. And I mean, I think he's just trying not to freak people out. But the Dems are like, he's just trying to protect his own image so the stock market goes down, all this bullshit. It's politicizing the whole fucking thing now, and it's absurd.
Well,
I'm looking up Pat's text. He said the flight attendant who flew out of Los Angeles is diagnosed with coronavirus. So there was a flight attendant in L.A.
Yeah.
And he tweeted that because he's in L.A.
Exactly. So you guys...
That's the worst person to have the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
Birds and flight attendants.
Flight attendants are not the people we want to contract the virus.
No.
Because they just spread it, to everyone.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's not good. And then also, I'm not, I'm supposed to book a flight to come down to visit you guys. I might delay now booking that until I see the shape of Pat when he comes back from L.A.
Yeah, well, maybe might not be over here tomorrow.
Remember Pat's growing that rat tail, and he's got like this long hair that kind of gives him a little bit of a different look. So
he's already gray. He already looks like he might be getting it.
Right, he's aging. He's aging about a year a day.
He has no UV exposure. So anyways, right, like you said, Pat's probably bringing it back to you guys. CDC is telling everybody to stock up on crackers because you're about to get sick as fuck in the next couple of months, and that's just how it is. I mean, this thing is probably just going to spread, looking like it's a super, super, super bad flu essentially, and you catch it twice, and that's not nice. And
I don't know how. I don't know how much more diarrhea my diarrhea can get. Is it just like?
Because you're already so nervous, you mean?
Well, no, because I already have diarrhea. Like, what happens when it hits me? Does that mean I die?
No,
if I'm already at
you're
diarrhea,
think
is
you
that
have
bad?
bronchitis, but you actually have the coronavirus. Is I think how it works.
Or is it pneumonia?
What's more liquid
pneumonia
than liquid?
symptoms? Or
you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
It's like bronchitis. You starts off with a dry cough, and then they say call your doctor first. Don't necessarily go straight to the hospital because they might not want you to go to the hospital if you're spreading corona everywhere. So
I should probably get health care again.
Yes, you need health care. Yeah, get back on that. So
hopefully my parents aren't listening to this. Yeah.
Enough about this coronavirus, guys. Take us somewhere else, Wes.
Well, with all this coronavirus talk, I think we should check in with our buds across the pond to see how they are doing. And just like the rest of the world, they are not doing good. First, let's check in with Brexit Mr. Brexit himself, Boris motherfucking Johnson. But this is a rather strange check-in, and I'm not going to talk about Brexit, and that's because someone was found murdered next to Boris's dad's country home in southwest England in the town of Winsford. So, kind of a strange one.
That's odd.
Very odd. So Debbie Zurich, who was a professional dog trainer, was found shot to death in her home and was also a friend of Princess Anne, the Queen's daughter. So the Queen's daughter is mourning this death. There's some connection there to the family.
The most connected dog trainer in the country.
Right.
Murdered.
Yes. Yeah. Caesar Milan of England, basically.
Oh,
wow.
A 67-year-old man suffering from a shotgun wound, presumably to himself, was found not far down the road in a building, and police have him in custody while they see if he survives or not.
Yeah, I'd probably start with him.
They're going to start with him. So not sure if this is just some psycho or if there was some connection, but not good news for anyone, including the Johnsons and the royal family. So in other bad news for the royal family, Prince Harry doesn't want to be known as Prince anymore and is losing his goddamn mind, in my opinion. So
he's just Harry, the artist formerly known as Prince Harry?
Just Harry from now on.
Wait.
At his request.
Yeah, so wait, going back to that last one, I mean, what's going on? Does anybody know anything what's happening with that dog trainer? I mean, is it
nobody, she was just found
dog
shot.
trainer's
it's just a
dead.
complete mystery.
And then someone that's
As of
not
now.
related to her, a 67-year-old man, was found with a self-inflicted shotgun wound.
Yeah.
Down the
I
street.
mean, come on, that's fishy, man. What's going on?
It's very
there?
fishy. It's very fishy. We're not sure yet. It just happened.
Wes
so
is going to re-update us.
I'll let you know. I mean,
Oh, man.
if the guy survives, maybe they're framing this dude. Who knows? It could be anything. But it's right next to Stanley's house.
Yeah,
so
Wes, you're going to need to stay on top of this Boris Johnson prime minister tenure.
Yeah, we're gonna be checking in with him every now and again, seeing how
Yeah, we are.
seeing how the whole how Brexit's going, how
A
the
lot of
EU
content.
talks. Yeah, a lot of content going to come out of England in the next or the UK in the next few months. Anyway, going back to Harry, yeah, he's just throwing it all away, guys. At his request. So if you see him walking, around surrounded by security guards, make sure to yell, "Hey, Harry, how's it hanging?" To ensure he feels a little less royal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's the only guy in the history of the world to remove a prince from his title.
Right.
Yeah, only person.
Yeah, I mean, people would kill to be called Prince anything. It's just
Yeah.
unreal the disrespect he's shown for the common man with this move.
What is going
It
on in
is.
2020? This is a little too progressive for my liking. Removing Prince
Yeah,
from
it's
your title?
ridiculous.
Right? No,
Yeah.
I
Spitting in the
constantly-
face of your good fortune.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Will.
No, I constantly make fun of the royal system, but as much as I make fun of it, it seems like people in Britain want it to stay. So it's kind of your duty if you're born into it to like the common man to
Right.
be the prince.
Yeah, I mean, like some people backpack through Europe or go to like a Buddhist monastery to find themselves. He just gives up his royalness and his billions to find himself.
This is a stolen joke from like one of the Knocked Up or one of those movies, but it's like this is like getting a breast reduction, you know,
Right.
like smacking God in the face.
Exactly. So, also, at the request of the Queen, who's not happy with Meghan and Harry, she's not going to let them use their Sussex Royal brand anymore. So they were about to make just tons of money on that, and the Queen said, "Fuck you, grandson." I think we've covered that before. So
Yeah.
he will officially lose his royal duties and royalness on March 31st, but he's jumping the gun and wants to get acclimated quicker. So make sure if you see him out there, just say, "What's up, Harry?" and make him feel at home. Can't wait for his like new beer brand or whatever he's gonna drop.
He'll be back at that fucking Buckingham Palace within
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah,
2
I mean-
to 3 years.
He's gonna come crawling back, and as long as he doesn't end up like Prince Andrew, then he's okay. He just needs to avoid that.
Everything's forgivable.
Yeah.
Even if you just come crawling back, kiss the Queen's
Just
feet.
don't find Epstein number 2 and start being his best buddy.
I don't think he's in jeopardy of that. I think he just needs to, show a little respect to the goddamn royals and the Queen.
Yeah.
And then he'll be fine.
Megan's got something special that she's got him.
Yeah, if
she's
he
got him hooked.
If he divorces Megan, he's
Do you
in
think
immediately.
it's all Meghan making him throw this stuff away?
Oh yes,
Yes.
Oh man,
1,000%.
man,
Yeah, of
England's
course
gonna
it is.
hate her. Woo.
Oh, they do.
So you already did.
All
Wait,
right.
I got to go and predict it here real
Okay.
quick. And if you don't want to give up your money like Harry did, then you should hop on over to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20, and we will give you $20 to make more money than Harry will ever have now. We have all made money this year. Mark is on a fucking heater, and we will be dropping a new Predicted pick show tomorrow with our expert, and I mean expert analysis.
Yeah, it should go up Friday.
Mark,
right?
what's your portfolio at now? Like,
I withdrew like $700. Is that like 4,700?
right, up from like 5 early this year, I think, something like that.
Yeah, well, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, so we know how to grow these things.
You can start at 20.
Right, you can start at 20
That turns
tomorrow,
into 40.
and we will take you all the way up to 5.
40 at a minimum because you're gonna get your 20 plus
320.
the extra.
That's right.
Yep.
Exactly. So what are you waiting for? Read the blog, subscribe to the new show when it drops. And you know how when you go to like a steakhouse now and you look at the tomahawk ribeye, but it's too expensive and you settle for asking for more bread and the chicken tenders? Well, it's all tomahawks up in here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
We are the Tomahawk Cash Daddies. Predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20. What the fuck are you waiting for? Join us. It's fun.
I wish there was another Valentine's Day. I'm just looking for excuses to spend money.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm kidding. I need to get health insurance.
Yeah,
All right,
I was going to say I cannot afford a tomahawk steak.
I don't have a desk.
I definitely can't afford a tomahawk steak.
Oh, speaking of which, the desk. Can you want to shout out?
Well, I'm going to shout it out. I'm going to wait for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear a little clearer to see how much,
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
we got some news on the desk.
Fine. Some very nice things happened on the desk.
Yeah.
All right. So in a study that didn't need to be conducted but was published in the Journal of Transport and Health, scientists have come to the conclusion that people that drive expensive cars are assholes.
I knew it.
So
Yeah.
pretty good study there. That was smart.
Why did they? What was the need? Are you going to tell us why they did this?
I mean, I have an inclination. We're going to get to it. I think I know why. The study has found that drivers of flashy vehicles are less likely to stop and allow like pedestrians to cross the road. So they won't stop for people. And they found this at a ratio of the likelihood of stopping decreases 3% for every $1,000 extra into the car's value. So people that drive like $100,000 cars do not ever
They just
stop.
run you over?
Yeah, they don't stop for pedestrians or crosswalks.
That's incredible.
So this was conducted by poor, jealous researchers at the University of Nevada. Well,
Nevada.
in Las Vegas.
Hard A.
Nevada in Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas, though. Oh, okay.
Yes, that one.
UNLV.
They speculated that the expensive car owners felt a sense of superiority over other road users. No shit. Some shocking conclusions coming from the state that unanimously voted for Bernie Sanders last week.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think that's your the rub. I think that's why.
Yeah, they're looking for reasons to prove that people that drive nice cars are assholes.
Right. They're patting themselves in the back after electing Bernie Sanders at the highest rate of any state of all time. Would you like to know how they conducted the study?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they asked volunteers to cross a sidewalk hundreds of times.
I was hoping you were going to say
and then
that.
watch to see if cars would stop or not. And then they were like, "That's a Saturn. That's a Lexus. That's a."
That's amazing.
It was just
That's all they did.
only one intersection, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I don't know.
so
I
that's
think
fucked
so.
up because that just means that there's some rich dickheads that
Yeah.
drive through that intersection.
Right.
But they were comparing them to non-rich people as well. And
Well,
the
I
non-rich
get it, I
people were
get it, I
stopping.
get it, I get it.
So the already biased Nevadans were the volunteers, and they could probably see the nice cars coming, so they were probably giving off some tood.
Yeah.
They were the control. I don't know. I got a B- in most of my science classes, but I think they were the control of the science experiment. Is just citizens that already hate the rich people.
Right.
Anyways, this is not also. You could have just asked anyone. Everyone knows that Lexus SUV driving trophy moms are the worst motherfuckers on the road. They're brutal. You don't need a study for that. Just ask people. But there was a second study that validates this, I guess. A Finnish study published last month that found that men who own flashy vehicles are more likely to be argumentative, stubborn, disagreeable, and unempathetic.
Oh, you're telling me ultra-competitive, testosterone-driven guys drive nicer cars and are dickheads?
Yeah. So Finland and Nevada.
What a study.
They also could just be stressed because they spent too much goddamn money on their cars.
Yeah, the Finnish one blasted him some more, but the Finnish guy did concede a few compliments, unlike the Team Nevada, by saying respectable and the people are respectable, ambitious, reliable, and well organized as well. They take care of themselves and their health, and often perform well at work. So they did throw in some compliments to the fact that they're assholes.
It's people in a rush versus people not in a rush.
Yeah, they've got to get to the gym or to work. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to, right?
Yeah. So pretty good study there.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay, let's take it over to a serious one for just a second. At the Miller Coors facility in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on Wednesday, an employee opened fire on coworkers, leaving at the time of this taping 6 to 7 reported dead at the facility. And I'm assuming that there's going to be more injuries reported, because there was probably more people shot.
That sucks.
Yeah, terrible. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Miller Coors family, the city of Milwaukee, and anybody who's been impacted by this selfish dickhead, whoever he is, who shall remain nameless on this show as always. I also don't think his name's been released yet. The 51-year-old carried out his cowardly attack on his coworkers using 2 handguns, one with a silencer. Nothing to say besides that. Our hearts go out to the victims and their families. It's terrible, and something needs to be done. You know, whether you think it's mental health or gun restriction, you should think that at least something should be done about all of these mass shootings that we're having.
Maybe both.
Yeah, it's sad and senseless, and yeah. A
little bit of both. Let's dip into both those topics.
I'm not gonna say I know how to handle it, but I'm just gonna say that we definitely got a fucking problem.
Yeah. I haven't put enough energy into it. Again, I could definitely fix coronavirus because I've been focusing on that nonstop for a month and a half. I haven't been doing that.
This other one's been going on a little bit longer, Mark. You might it's going to take a little bit more thought, I think, than just and your obsession, which is very powerful.
I hope someone obsesses over it. And
you have a very powerful obsession, but even yours for this last couple weeks, I don't think can totally figure out.
I hope there's a better me out there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My turn now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, there's nothing like a good parade. Just a long display of delights for the eyes and ears. Gut-busting food and treats to nibble on. Coolers.
You ain't kidding.
Coolers full of cold beer to quench your thirst as the costumes and music fill your senses with memories that you will cherish forever.
Sounds great.
That's how most parades go, unless you attended the Carnival Parade in Campo de Criptana, Castilla-La Mancha, Spain, and especially if you are a Jewish person and attended that parade. And that's because it was a Holocaust-themed parade that seemed to have the goal of offending anyone who thinks the Holocaust was fucked up. And we here at Hard Factor certainly think the Holocaust was fucked up.
Holocaust-themed parade?
Holocaust-themed parade.
How did they get that approved?
Yeah.
Great question, Will, and I have no idea. So
this wasn't like a remember the Holocaust and here's the history lesson. This was like the Holocaust was fake.
This was like the Holocaust is something that we can laugh at.
Oh yeah, my God!
Yeah, it's crazy. So listen, they had dancing Nazis, concentration camp prisoners dressed in striped prison clothes, which CNN referred to as pajamas in their article. And to top it off, they also had a float decked out in crematorium chimneys.
So it was like a Mardi Gras for the Holocaust. This is insane.
It sounds like they did Mel Brooks's Hitler on Ice joke.
Right.
Yeah, basically it's Hitler on ice except on the streets.
Yeah. Hitler and Mel Brooks got together and designed this fucking parade.
Yeah.
Then they also had women in death-stained uniforms with gunshots to the heart, waving Israeli flags. The women had like their fucking like German women dressed as Nazis with like their tits hanging out. Men dressed as Nazis posed with their guns taking aim down the parade.
How long's this story?
At like an unknown target. Running for their lives. It was.
There's still more. I'm reading it. Yeah, this is amazing.
It's crazy. It's caused global outrage. No shit.
I'm furious.
Yeah, it's very fucked up. The Israeli embassy put out this statement regarding the parade as, quote, the vile and disgusting representation trivializing the Holocaust and making fun of 6 million Jews killed by the Nazis. Good point. And Spain's foreign minister also condemned the parade, saying she was horrified by the Carnival parade in Campo de Criptana, and she totally rejects any trivialization of the Holocaust. And like Will was saying, I mean, they planned this thing for fucking months, and not a single person spoke up and was like, "You guys think this is going to go over well?"
Floats. It takes like months and months, like you said.
Yeah, they had like practice runs.
Fucking idiots.
Well, like, is this a town where now, like, is it possible that a bunch of ex-Nazis moved to this town, like after World War II or something?
Yeah, but if you watch the TV show Hunters, they tried to blend in.
Right.
Well, not anymore. Not their grandkids.
I guess not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anyway. It's fucking very fucked up.
This is brazen even for Nazis.
Well, what I mean, is Spain going to do? Did they say anything that the town's going to like try to fucking change this shit? Or?
No, they probably won't be allowed to hold a Holocaust parade ever again, but they're not going to get any like.
No one's getting arrested.
No one's getting arrested.
I thought Charlottesville. Somebody died at Charlottesville. That is worse. But the parade was not as offensive.
Yeah, outside of that.
No, this is shocking.
Running over. All right, that was crazy.
Yeah.
George Clooney is upset again, guys. His feelings are hurt. Surprise, surprise. George Clooney. This time, the handsome multimillionaire that slept with supermodels his entire 30s, 40s, and into his 50s before settling down finally might have a right to be, though. And that's because an investigation into the company he's been the brand ambassador for since 2006, Nespresso, has allegedly uncovered child labor at 6 of its suppliers in Guatemala. Yeah, no shit. How do you think they got the money to pay a company that's the size of Nespresso got the money to pay fucking George Clooney since 2006?
Right.
They're cutting corners.
Not only that, but if you've ever been a member of Nespresso and you see the fucking boxes they come in,
that's what I'm saying.
You know these things come direct from a factory in Asia.
Nespresso's like this rinky-dink up, and like they came out of nowhere and got George fucking Clooney.
Yeah, it's like Folgers hiring Michael Jordan.
Yeah, no, they're paying everyone $30 an hour, George. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, footage obtained by a journalist in Guatemala coffee farms showed children working sometimes 6 days a week, picking beans and carrying like heavy sacks of beans, heavier than them.
Right. They're using South American labor.
Yes, in Guatemala specifically. Guatemala is the 10th largest supplier of coffee and coffee beans, and they've got a lot of child labor going on for Nespresso, apparently, allegedly. By the way, who let the camera guy in? Who let the journalist into this situation?
Right.
Like you're running a child labor farm, and you're going to let a journalist in?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you send the kids home for the day? All allegations will be brought to light in an upcoming episode of the UK documentary series called Dispatches.
Put mustaches on him at least.
Right? He's 30.
Yeah.
They're little.
Yeah.
They're just little people. They're midgets. It's going to be on this UK documentary series called Dispatches. They're going to show all of the footage and all the allegations against Espresso. So big day for the UK on Hard Factor today. Right. Speaking of that, that's it for Hard Factor today. We did it, guys. Got through another show. It's in the books. As we march towards our 400th episode, which will happen, I think, late in March, late next month, about a month from now. Hey, thanks to everyone for tuning into the debate stream. We had Instagram going for the first time in a while for these debate streams, and that was cool. We got some people on that.
Was that our most views ever?
I think so. We had the normal Periscope feed up, which is at about 50,000 views right now, which is incredible. That includes the replay watches, but we had 50,000 people check that out at some point. So thank you very much. Hopefully we made you some money, or you had a few laughs, or both. We have Florida Man Friday tomorrow. That's going to be awesome, and it's looking like a very big March for the boys. We got Super Tuesday with we'll definitely do something March 3rd for Super Tuesday, some sort of debate stream. I was thinking maybe a competition where we kind of do we get to pick route a draft, and we pick who's going to win in states.
I've got a betting
loser's
blog.
Going to have to eat something terrible.
I've got a betting guide coming out for that either today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so
we should do a competition,
and
we
also
should do a live
show. The pick show.
Yes.
Coming out
pick show's coming out tomorrow. And then South by Southwest in late March, we have a lot of stuff lined up, including a big live show.
Yeah.
A couple live shows there actually. It's good stuff. The train has left the station, as they say. So thanks for being on it. If you see any grifters running towards the train, feel free to reach out, grab them, bring them on board.
We welcome all hardos to the Hardo Hive.
Welcome to the Hive, guys. And also, most importantly, have a great fucking day.